Matthew.
Minister Wong, Donald Trump this morning was asked about past criticisms that Kevin Rudd, Australia's ambassador to Washington, had made of him, and Trump replied, I heard he was a little bit nasty. I hear he's not the brightest bulb, but I don't know much about him. But if he's at all hostile, he will not be there long. Does this show that it was a mistake, or at least very risky, for the government to appoint Kevin Rudd as ambassador, given his comments were well known and Donald Trump had already declared his candidacy at the time? And secondly, will the government keep Kevin Rudd as ambassador if Donald Trump returns to the White House?
In relation to the latter, the answer is yes. In relation to the former, what I'd say is this. Even Mr Dutton has expressed confidence in Mr Rudd. Mr Rudd is a very effective ambassador. He is recognised as doing, across this Parliament, as doing an excellent job in advancing Australia's interest in the United States, and I'd point you in particular to the phenomenal amount of work which has been done on AUKUS in the period that he's been ambassador. He's been extremely active in engaging with members of Congress on both sides of politics, and he is, a former Prime Minister, a former Foreign Minister. His experience and skills mean he will be able to work closely with whomever is elected by the American people as the United States President. Wong Shaw from CCTV.
This is Wong from CCTV. Thank you for having me here. So my first question is, what are the major consensus that Australia and China reached today after the meeting with Mr Wang Yi, and what are the specific measures do both sides agree to further strengthen the relationship between Australia and China? And my second question is actually regarding to last week when you were at the AFR Business Summit 2024. I was there as well. Okay. So I remember the keyword you also just mentioned, stabilization. So besides this keyword, I'm wondering, do you have any other keyword on your mind now after the meeting with him today? So thank you.
Well, look, I've gone through some of the points that were discussed in the meeting, and I would make the point that we were pleased that we are on track for a Premier Lee visit, and one of the important things that we did agree was to ensure that both sides work together to prepare for a visit, which the Prime Minister is looking very much forward to welcoming the Premier here. Those high-level visits and high-level engagements are a very important part of the relationship. They enable the face-to-face discussion. It's not just, having a discussion. It's actually understanding where both sides are coming from. It's important for to have that ballast and stability in the relationship. As I said, we obviously want a productive relationship with China. We obviously want a mature relationship with China. I think that is shared. So I'm very pleased that the Foreign Minister made time to come to Australia. I know he has a punishing schedule, and I look forward to the next foreign and strategic dialogue in China. I did express to him that this time we might not try and go in the middle of the Beijing winter, because that was quite chilly, which I'm sure some of the travelling media will be happy with. Thank you very much.